Hi everyone. In today's topic, we will discuss about how to install Git, how to configure, and how to handle multiple files in Git, and how to start working with different files and in different areas. Okay, using Git. Okay, we will understand all these things in this video. So let's straight away create a new instance. So I'm in the AWS console. So now let's go to launch instance. So we'll launch a Linux server where we'll be installing Git client. So I'll give the name as Git server, and here I'm selecting Amazon Linux to AMI. Okay, t3.micro, that is okay. I'm not changing it. Actually, we used t2.micro in previous videos because I was in other region, which is Mumbai region. Now I am using Hyderabad region. Due to some issues, I have changed this region from Mumbai to Hyderabad. So I am in Hyderabad region. So this is where I am creating all the configuration steps. So now instance type is as it is t3.micro, and key pair is existing key pair, and network settings VPC is default, subnet is 2A, and select existing security group, and that's it. Launch instance. Okay, we have launched the instance successfully. Okay, now if we go to this instance, copy the public IP address and go to putty tool, click on Linux and paste it here. Okay, browse the ppk file, open it and open it. That's it. So now we are in the Linux server. Let's log in to ec2-user. Okay, let's do sudo su, and if I do who am I? I'm a root user. Okay. So now what is the first step for working with Git? So we have to create a folder, which is an empty folder, mkdir cloudbots. Okay, this is the folder. Let's go to that folder, cd cloudbots, and here we'll be installing git client yum install git -y. So -y is nothing but yes. Okay. So before clicking enter, let me show you the Git official documentation where you can find various downloads for various distributions. Okay, various download commands for various distributions. So downloads Linux. Okay, so as I'm in a Linux machine, so I have chosen a download for Linux and Unix. Okay, there are various distributions in Linux, as you can see. So Fedora is what I have chose. So yum install git, which I have typed here. Okay, but Amazon Linux, Red Hat Linux, and Fedora use the same command. Okay, which is yum install git -y. So this command works for these three distribution. I guess CentOS will be having the same command, I guess. Okay, so based on your distribution, you can choose the command here, and you can give the command in your server. So if I click enter, all the dependencies and all the all the required dependencies will be installed, and once installed, it will install the package as well. So dependencies are installed, and the client software is also installed. Okay, so let's check whether git is installed correctly or not. Git ---- version. Okay, so git is installed. So let me clear all these things. Okay, so now what we have to do is So if I do ll, so there are no files, and if I do ls minus la, so okay, there is only root and ec2 user. So let's modify our normal project folder or project directory into a version control system or a Git repository. Okay, we have to change this normal looking directory into a version control system. So to do that, we have to do git init. Okay, so our empty git, so our cloudbots directory has been initialized. Okay, in so and so path. Okay, if I do ls minus la, you can see a .git repository has been created. Okay, this is an empty repository which is created. Okay, so now let's straight away start creating the some files. Okay, so before creating some files, I would like to say that we have some areas where we'll be handling these files. Okay, like the first area, which is staging. Sorry, it's a working area. First area is working area, and second is the staging area, and the third area is the cloud. Sorry, it's a local repository area. Okay, so three areas are working area, staging area, and local repository area. Okay, so now let's create a file to understand it, in a step-by-step procedure. So I'm creating a file now, which is vim first.java. So vim is an editor, so where we can edit our files, create a new files, and even write any content in that. You can write any programming language. You can write your code there. Okay. So if I click enter, okay, if I do so that I can type anything here. Okay. So I'm not typing any code here. I'm just keeping it simple. So this is a this is my first Java program. Okay, so this is the first line which I have written. So let's save it by doing escape shift colon and X. Okay, so let's view whatever we have written in that file. Let's view by cat first.java. So this is what we have written. So now if I do git status, okay, it is displaying one file, okay, which we have created just now. Okay, so using status we can view view what the file is doing. Okay, uh, whether it is whether something is going on in a file, you can view it in the git status. Okay, any activity is going on in a file, you can view it through git status. Okay, so right now on branch master no commits yet, so these are untracked file. Okay, so this is an untracked file. So this is highlighted in red color, and if it is in red color, make sure you must know that this file is in working area. Okay, so the first area, this file is in first area. Then we have to do git add first.java. So here untracked files, git add file to include in what will be committed. Nothing added to commit, but untracked files present. Use git add to track. Okay, so right now we have one file which is untracked. Okay, to track this file we have to do git add first.java. So if I click enter and if I do git status, it will display a message in green color. Okay, so if I click enter, you can see first.java is in green color. Okay, And now if you want to go back to working area again, okay, if you want to modify your file which you have created, or you want to include some code in your file, then you can go back to the working area using git rm minus minus cached. Here cached and staged are both same, okay. The terms which you are seeing here, cached and staged, both are same, okay. They are not different, both are absolutely same. So let's do git rm minus minus cached first dot java. If I click enter or hit enter, I'll be back to working area, okay. Now this green color will be turned to red color because we have not committed yet, okay. So in this first.java, the color which is highlighted in green will be turned to red only when you are doing enter, okay, only when you are doing this command, okay. So if I do enter and if I do git status, now you are in working area. So you can modify your file now, okay. Whatever you want to modify, you can modify now. When first.java, so I'll add a second line which is welcome to Java programming, okay. So let's save it, and if I do git status, okay, still the file is untracked, okay. Earlier we tracked the file but we have not committed it yet, so that is the reason why we are still in the working area. So let's see, if I do git add first.java, so it's nothing but I am moving this file to staging area, okay. So right now I am in the working area which is highlighted in red, so I'm moving this first.java file to staging area. So if I click enter and if I do git status, now the file is in staging area, okay. So if I want to do any modification now, okay, you can do it, okay. Even though you are in staging area, you can do the modification, okay. So if I do vim first.java, okay, so I would like to remove this, okay. Only I want to welcome to Java, okay. So I have done some modification and I want to save it. Okay, let's see what is the status now. So as you can see, modified first.java, okay, because we have already tracked first.java. Okay, we have already tracked first.java file and then we have modified it. So that is the reason why it is showing modified, okay. So if you want to discard whatever changes you have made to the file, uh, latest whatever the latest modifications you have done to the file, you want to discard it or delete it, you can do it by using git restore. So let's do that. I'm sorry, so git restore, okay. What is the file name? First.java, okay. So now if I do git status, our file will be you know our file will be in the staging area only, okay. But whatever you have modified earlier will be reverted, okay. That means if I show you what has been reverted back, okay. Previously I have deleted programming, okay. I have deleted the whole programming and I have restored it, okay. When I was in tracking, or I was in the staging area, I restored, okay. Restored is nothing but whatever the modification I have done, I have restored it. That means I have deleted it. So that is the reason why we can see welcome to Java programming again, okay. So that is the use of git restore. Okay, if you don't feel your changes are up to mark, then you can do git restore to discard your changes. Okay, so if I do git status, okay, still I am in staging area. Now let's do git add. Sorry, git add is done. Now if I do git commit -m, okay, if I do git commit, my file will be moved to local repository area. So I'll write a message. So here git commit -m is nothing but message. Okay. So here -m is nothing but message. So created first.java file. Okay. So this is my commit message. So if I click enter, okay. So there is a long message which is nothing but, I'll explain it. So you are doing this commit being a root user. Okay. So the first thing what you have to do after initializing your CloudBots directory is you have to configure global parameters. Okay, so that we have not done. Okay, I have not shown you that comment. So we will do that. Of course, we will be doing that. Okay, so now we'll do git config -global user.name. The user.name I'm giving as Tim, and another parameter is user.email, which is tim1995 @yahoo.com. Okay, you can give any name as per your need and any email. Okay, so to view our list of global parameters, let's do git config -list. Okay, here you can view whatever the username you have given, Tim, and the email you have given. Okay, so now let's create a new file. Let's say this time I'll create a Python file, hello world.py. So I'll write a Python code. So I'm familiar with Python, so I'll write a Python code directory. Okay, so uh, okay, let's write a for loop. Okay, so a equal to welcome to Python programming. Have a nice day. Okay, now I'll do a for loop for I in a, or let's use a range function here. For I in range, I want to print the statement which I have given above 5 times. Okay, so I'll give 5 colon print a. Okay, that's it. If you go back and save it and do Python hello world.py, okay, that will print 5 times. Okay, that is obvious. So our file is good. So now if I do git status, okay, our file is untracked. Okay, so now let's add our file to the staging area. Okay, or move our file to the staging area. So right now we are in the working area. Let's move our file to the staging area. So add. So instead of giving the file name, you can also give dot. because whatever the files we have in the current directory, okay, dot represents current directory. So whatever the files we have in this directory will be, moved to staging area. Okay, so if I click enter and if I do git status, okay, so our file is in staging area. So remember that if it is in red color, that means your file is in working area. Okay, and if it is in green color, it is in staging area. Okay, so now let's commit it. Commit minus m. Let's write a message created a hello world .py file. Okay, let's click enter. Okay, so earlier we got a big message like this. Okay, because we have not configured global parameters. Now after configuring global parameters here, we are seeing this message. Okay, one file chain, 6 insertions. Okay, create mode. Okay, we are seeing this info. Okay, so this is very important to add or configure global parameters. Okay, so I have added 2 files. Now let's add some more files like empty files I'm adding. Let's say um, a.txt, some any file. Okay, that is up to you. Okay, let's do git status. Okay, the file is in untracked. Okay, which is in working area. Let's do git add git commit minus m. Okay, so here empty file a.txt is created. Okay, so if I click enter, that is done. Okay, commit is successful. So if I do git status again, okay, our working tree is clean. Okay, on branch master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Let's add some more files. Okay, touch d.txt. Same thing again. I'm just creating empty files. So git add. So I'm not doing git status. Okay, so let's commit it directly. Okay, commit minus m empty file d.txt is created. Okay, so let's add or copy some files. Okay, copy /etc/pass/wd to our current directory. Okay, this is a this file is used for user management in Linux. Okay, there are 3 files. We'll be copying these files to our CloudBots directory. Okay, this is for user information. So whatever the users you create in Linux will be stored in this path. Okay, so I'm doing current directory. Okay, copy the destination directory and sorry, this is where our data is stored, and this is our current directory. Okay, so I'm just copying that data into my current directory. If I click enter, that will be copied. Let's do another cp command etc/ we have another important file in Linux, which is a shadow file, and I'll do the same thing. I'll copy this file to my current working directory, which is CloudBots. Okay, another file which is group, where groups are stored. Okay, be it a system group or be it a user groups, all the groups will be stored inside this group. And shadow file is nothing but it has the sensitive information like passwords. Okay, so now if I click enter, that is done. If I do ll, you can view these three files in our directory here: shadow, passwd, and group. Okay, but we have not tracked this file. Let's track it. Git status, git add dot, git commit -m, shadow, passwd, group files are created in cloudbots directory. Okay, if I click enter, okay, so our commit is done. So we are committing all these files. That is okay, that is fine. But where to view all the commits at once? Okay, so to view all the commits, we have to do git log. Okay, git log, enter, and here you can see all the commits listed. Okay, and if you want to view the latest commit, okay, whatever the latest commit we have done, to view that, remember head. Okay, wherever the commit id has head, that is nothing but the latest commit. Okay, this is the latest commit. Okay, this is the commit id. Just after the commit id, if you find head, that means it is a latest commit. Okay, so one more thing here, if you want to specifically view what this commit, what we have done in this commit, if you want to specifically know about that commit, you can do git show and just copy this commit id and paste it here. That's it. You can view whatever the changes we have done. We can view that. Okay, so I have created empty file in that commit. Okay, so that is what it is showing. And one more thing I have not explained to you, that is the author which we have here is root, because we at the time of the first commit we have not configured global parameters, so that is why the author is root. So that is the and that is the advantage of configuring global parameters in git. Okay, so that you can view your name, your email, okay, who has committed, at what time he has committed, you can view that. Okay, so that is the importance of configuring global parameters in git. So now what we have to do is we have to, okay, as you can observe here, these commits are almost occupying the whole page. Okay, they are occupying the whole page. And if you want to view this same commits in a shorter format, then you can do git, okay, git log minus minus or hyphen hyphen one line. Okay, so you can view these commits in a shorter format or in a simple manner. Okay, so many of them can understand in this format. Okay, so you can also do git show with this commit id also. Okay, so now that commit id has all the groups. Okay, so that commit id is nothing but okay, what is that commit id? Okay, all the shadow files, passwd files, group files we have added here. So that is nothing but it is showing each and every file in few pages. Okay, if I do enter, it will show the list of all the pages. Okay, okay, here you can see these are the group, and from here it is displaying all the passwd files which are user information. Okay, so if I go back again, okay, so now we are back again. So if I do git log minus one line, okay, these are the comments which I have done so far. Okay, and now we'll know what is a branch here. Okay, and how to create branches in git. Okay, so here git branch means uh, just a minute. Okay, yeah, git. So right now we are in the master branch. If you do git status, as you can see here, on branch master. Okay, and if you want to view what are the branches, we have in our folder. Okay, so to view these branches, we have to do git branch. Okay, so we have only one branch, and this asterisk is nothing but we are in the master branch. Okay, to create a new branch, we have to do git branch. Okay, and the branch name. Okay, let's say bug1. Okay, so any name you can give for your branch. So branch is nothing but it's a copy of master branch. Okay, whatever the files we have in the master branch will be will be copied to the newly created branch. Okay, so if you want to modify any changes in the in a file in master, you are not directly doing it in master. You have to create a branch, and you have to do it inside the branch. Okay, whatever the changes you want to make, you can make it in a separate branch. Okay, in real time I'm saying that. Okay, in real time you will be not modifying any files, or doing any changes to your file. Okay, only only few developers will have that permission to change something in a master branch, and that is the reason why I'm explaining about branch. Okay, so we have to create a new branch where we can make changes to our files if needed, based on our requirement. So here we are creating a branch which is git branch bug1, and if I click enter, so a branch has been created. Now let's view what are the branches available. Okay, to view branches here, we have to do git branch minus a. It will list all the branches in the local repo as well as remote repo. Okay, so these are the branches available right now. Okay, so another way to view the branches is git status. Okay, it will show what is the current branch. Okay, so git branch will display all the branches within the local repo as well as remote repository. Okay, so now if you want to switch to bug1 branch, you have to do git checkout bug1. That's it. Switch to branch bug1. Okay, so if you do git status, that will say on branch bug1. Okay, earlier it was on branch master, but when we have done git checkout bug1, it has switched from master to bug1. Okay, so now if I do ll, you have the same files which you have in which you have in the master branch. Okay, let's get back to master. Let me show you. Okay, we have total 20 here. Okay, before checking out to master, let me give a command here, git log minus minus one line. okay, word count minus L. Okay, it will display the count of files. Okay, sorry, count of commits. Okay, so whatever the count we have here is 5. Okay, where we are in the bug1 branch. Okay, asterisk is pointing to bug1 branch. Okay, in bug1 we have 5 commits, and let's go to master now. Let's do the same thing. If I do git log minus one line word count minus L, we have same commits. Okay, we have same commits. Okay, so now if I do git branch, we are in the master branch. Okay, this asterisk is pointing towards master branch. So here if I do checkout git checkout bug1, I'm in the master branch. Sorry, I'm in the bug1 branch. Now here I want to add a new file. Okay, so let's say the file name is vim fix for first dot java. Okay, so this is the file I want to create in where we are creating in bug1 branch. Okay, so we are creating this file in bug1 branch. So if I click enter, okay, here I'll be writing this is a fix for, okay, this is the fix for first dot java file. Okay, so I'll save it. Okay, so if I do git status, okay, so there is an untracked file which is fix for first dot java. Okay, in real time we will be also many of the developers will be creating this, if a file is not working fine, you will be creating a fix for it, right? So the same thing I am doing here, but instead of writing code, I am writing in a simple manner without writing any code. I am writing it in a normal language. Okay, so I'm not writing any programming language here. So just for explanation purpose, I have written or created this file. Okay, so we have created a file called vim fix for first.java inside bug1 branch. Okay, and if we do git status, of course this file will be untracked. Okay, so we have to track it using git add. Okay, dot, click enter, and now if we do git commit -m fix for, okay, here I'm writing the message. Okay, whatever we have created, we are just giving a message for the commit. Created fix for first dot java. Okay, file in cloudbots or in bug1 branch. Okay, if I click enter, okay, so our file is been committed. So if I do git log, you can see the latest commit which we have done is this. Okay, so to view it in shorter format, let's do one line. Okay, so head is pointing to the latest commit, okay, which is this one. Okay, so now let's do git log minus one line word count minus L. So we have 6 commits right now. Where we have 6 commits? Inside the bug1 branch. Of course, we are in the bug1 branch where we have created fix for first.java file. Okay, so that is the reason why we have 6. And now let's check. Okay, here what we are doing is we are merging this new commit to our master branch. Okay, so master branch earlier had only 5 commits. So if you see here, switch to master, okay, switch to branch master, and after doing git log minus minus one line, the commits were 5. Okay, then what I have done, I have checked out to bug one. Okay, after checking out to bug one branch, I have created a file, okay, which is fix for first.java. Then I have committed it, and after committing it, I have 6 commits here. Okay, so now to do merge, we have to be inside the master branch. Okay, so let's switch to master branch by doing git checkout master. That's it. Okay, now we are in master. If I do ll, you will not see that commit here. Okay, you are not seeing that commit here, and okay, you are not seeing the file as well. Okay, so now what we have to do is, you know, we have to do merge. Git merge. What is a branch where we have created fix for Java? Okay, fix for first.java file. What is a branch? Bug one branch. So just we have to give bug one, and if I press enter, that's it. That is done. And now if you view ll, you can find the file which we have created in bug one branch is is shown or displayed in master branch because we have merged it. Okay, so this is a use of merge. Okay, to merge a file between branches. Okay, so if I do git log minus minus one line, earlier in bug one branch we had 6 commits. Now if we see a word count in master branch, what are the commits here? 6. Okay, so I hope you got it. So we had 6 commits in bug one branch, and after doing the merge we have 6 commits as well. Okay, and one more thing I didn't explain about. So if I do git log minus minus one line, so that was about up to here, this was about merge. Okay, so in this way you can do the merge in git. Okay, so one more function which is or filter, or you call it as filter. Okay, one more git log filter which I was I have skipped, that is git log minus minus one line. Okay, okay, let's do this. Okay, we have 6 commits right now. Okay, so now there is another command where you can compare commits. Okay, compare 2 commits. Okay, so let's do that. There is a command called diff. Okay, so I want to compare 5th commit with the 6th commit. Okay, so let's copy the 5th commit here first and give 2 dots here, and let's copy the latest commit here. Okay, if I click enter, okay, so the difference between these 2 commits is this message. Okay, so this message was added in the latest commit. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, you can also do the vice versa of it, git diff. Now I want to copy this first and dot dot and copy the 5th commit. okay, that will be shown in red. Okay, so this was not added to the fifth commit. So that is a difference. Okay, and you can check the difference between two commits. Okay, so this is all about Git, handling the files in Git. Okay, configuring global parameters. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.